Most of the time, it's hard for us to accept others telling us what's going on with our bodies. It's nice to think that we have all the answers, when in fact, we don't. And when it comes to my life, I'm not taking any chances. That's what we're here for. At the National Society of Genetic Counselors, we want to make sure that all people in expecting families are ready and well informed about any genetic disease or mutation that could affect your life. Genetic counseling is an informative resource that is covered by most insurance agencies. It is a great tool if you come from a high-risk family or if you simply want to be prepared before conception. Here are some testimonies to listen to.
I was against genetic counseling at first because I thought it was unnecessary. I used to think that as long as I took care of myself during pregnancy and maintained a healthy lifestyle, my baby would be fine. But once my sister's baby was born with Down syndrome, I decided that I couldn't wait to see what would happen. I'm glad I did it.
I decided to get genetic counseling because I wanted to know my chances for passing on any type of diseases or mutations to my children, and to also prepare myself for later in life, just in case I might end up having something. I've had my family support me into this decision, and it's a great feeling to know.
Genetic counseling has always been in the back of my mind, but I've never thought much about it because I was never really informed on it. But when my father was diagnosed with myotonic dystrophy, I knew that I had to give it more than some thought. So after talking with my doctor, I made my decision to get genetic counseling, and it has taken a huge weight off of my shoulders.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Genetic counseling is the best resource to have when planning a family and is covered by most insurance companies.
I always had this idea that genetic counseling would be awfully expensive, but it was really simple and they worked with my doctor to get a price and determine my coverage.
Insurance companies are able to cover up to 95% of the cost for genetic counseling, depending on what type of genetic counseling you want to get done. The NSGC wants to make genetic counseling available to anyone who needs it, no matter what the cost.
I knew exactly what I wanted to be tested for, and that was the only thing I had to pay for.
Genetic counseling was so convenient for me because I would choose whether to have it at the facility or take it at home. I don't always have time to schedule a meeting or even look around for a genetic counselor, so the flexibility really worked for me.
Genetic counseling is highly recommended by physicians, especially if you come from a family with a high risk of any type of cancers or genetic mutations, such as Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, or more. Even if you don't come from a family with a history of these diseases, genetic counseling could still be useful to you. Some people simply use it for peace of mind.
In this day and age, it doesn't just matter whether it's a boy or a girl. It's not always about 10 fingers and 10 toes, which is why I decided to take advantage of this resource. Everyone wants their child to be healthy, and with genetic counseling, I feel more confident to start a family.
I would not have known how to adapt to a life with a child that has myotonic dystrophy. Was my house compatible? What were the medicinal costs? Had my child been born with it and I didn't go through genetic counseling, I don't even know where to start. Genetic counseling helped me prepare for any possibilities that I didn't even know were out there. It's amazing, and I'm glad I did it.
Genetic counseling has been more a reliever than anything else. There's a lot of confusing information thrown at you in a doctor's office, and it can be scary. You suddenly have questions that you never knew you would ever ask, but now I have the answers.
Like these testimonies given, there are other people in the world who have chosen to receive genetic counseling. And the best part about it, genetic counseling is optional. It is a valuable resource made for the general public. It's proven to be successful in creating a better life for all, and comes highly recommended not only from doctors, but from people like you.
I definitely recommend genetic counseling.
Genetic counseling is not restricted to any group. It is for everyone. You, your family, your next door neighbor. At the National Society of Genetic Counselors, we just want to help foster education, research, and public policy to ensure the availability and quality of genetic services. We are here to help you, and it's your choice to decide. Log on to www.nsgc.org to find local genetic counseling centers or call 312-321-6834 for more information.